one of the things, I was a picky eater, so going there I was like, oh dear. But they love custard. They love pouring custard on stuff. And one of the desserts we had, one of the first encounters I had with food was this this dessert where it was kind of a pudding, and they would put custard on top of it. You know, and at first I was kind of like, oh, I don't know about this, but it was really good, and so I got to learn that. But you know, the diet is very similar to what we have here. They love their fresh fruits though, and they have glorious fruit over there. I mean, just beautiful. About anything, you know, passion fruit and the anyway, just anything, but anything you can think of, and it was just glorious. So you know, they love their fruits, and they love their lamb. You know, they got a lot of lamb out there, and other meats, and they also loved squash, but they would call it pumpkin. So they had pumpkin soup, and it was beautiful. It was very nice, very tasty. What else? But you know, in general, it was just kind of standard fare that we enjoy here. So that was really neat. So you didn't really have to, if you're a really picky eater, you know, you're pretty well fine there in Australia. Had a lot of the same stuff. You know, they had many of the same like fast food places that we have here, and sometimes under a different name, but it was still the same place. And so yeah, you were fine. Meat pies were awesome. That was also popular there in Australia, that we don't really have here. You know, these little pies and meat, and so that was fun. One of the things that people like to associate Australia with is the Vegemite and Marmite. This really highly salty, concentrated spread that they would put on toast and stuff, and you know, and sometimes they think we're real really wimpy because we couldn't handle it. You know, and it just tastes terrible. But they're like, oh, the problem with Americans is you guys just put too much of it on there. You know, you just got to do a thin spread. That's what it was. But so that was fun to kind of experience Vegemite and Marmite. And the other thing that we loved is cordial, which was basically just this highly concentrated syrup that you would pour into different flavors. You know, and you just mix that with water, and it was just kind of a punch. But they loved their cordial. Cordial was fun. And then I loved their cookies and their chocolate that they have, because they had Cadbury. They had a Cadbury factory like there in Australia, and so Cadbury was like the chocolate of choice there, and so very high quality chocolate. It was lovely, and then one of my favorite desserts that they are very famous for is pavlova, and it's this kind of it's a very fluffy kind of an egg mixture. I can't even remember what it was as kind of a base, you know, very light and fluffy, but on top of it they would put all of these fruits. So you know, the kiwis, the guava, the passion fruit, the mango, especially, you know, the just strawberries, anything, you know, put on top of it. So that was a favorite dessert of theirs, and that was lovely. So anyway, great food, and wonderful place for fruit and kind of exotic things. So it was really cool.